Number 2, Mehki Kersey.
He made sure he stayed focused at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I did the best I could do to have structure for them.
Thank God, my boy.
Yeah.
Kept his head on straight, man.
Yeah.
Doing good in school. You got a little gift in football, man.
Catch the ball, okay? You know, if somebody's gonna be open, catch the ball, okay? We need this.
Big blocks up front, please.
Okay?
You gotta step up and block.
I can score at will. Y'all gotta make him feel like it's worth it to put everything out there. He's gonna score at will. Let's go. It's a whole different game, bro.
I remember the first game of my sophomore season, playing against the High. It was my brother's senior season too. I had thoughts in my head saying I should be out there ahead of him. And he knew it too, and he wanted me out there. But I waited that whole season out. Rarely played that season as a sophomore in varsity. I was just getting everything down packed to the plays and the tempo of the game. Then when it came to my junior season, I knew for the next 2 years it was my team now. I learned and had everything I needed. And from there on, it was go time.
Mehki Kersey, 17 years old, Green Tech High School.
Coming into Green Tech High School football system, everything was different. The tempo of the game, practices, everything we did was done hard. Losing games, not being used to losing, caused problems for me. Times I wanted to leave, my coach didn't trust me my sophomore season because I was young, still making mistakes. And it still hurts to this day that I wasn't out there every game battling with my brothers for 4 quarters. But I feel like I needed that. I wanted to beat the odds of the critics and the doubters. Kept my head up, got everything together. Worked all off season, summer days, cold nights, even during the pandemic. Got my work done on and off the field. For the next 2 years, it was my team. And I made sure I shined every time the ball was in my hands.
Number 2, Mehki Kersey with Miss Thomas, Mr. Kersey, Eric Kersey, Miss Wilson, and Mr. Waters.
I'd be 3 or 4 years old watching my older brother play flag. That's when I started wanting to play football.
I met Mehki through his father, Eric Kersey. I was about 17, so that was about 14 years ago.
I remember when he used to sleep in the bed for his football. It's something that he always loved doing. He still loves to do it. He's become even a more dedicated, hardworking young man. When he puts his mind to something, he always executes it. And he just needs to stay on that path, educating himself in and out of school, and staying humble to his sport and going hard.
My brother taught me a lot. I wouldn't be here without my brother, so he taught me everything I know.
I ain't got too much to say about my son. I'm just proud of him. The way he stayed focused. Focus was everything for me because anything can grab you and take your mind off of your goals in life. But both my boys stayed focused. But in regards to Mehki, he was focused all day, every day.
And been teaching this kid a lot since he was young. Even watching me, I made some mistakes in my life, but he overcame. He watched like the mistakes that I made, and he didn't make those mistakes.
Isaac Sylvain set to kick. Mehki and Logan Hart back deep to receive.
work hard. He's a leader. But I'll give you a quick story about him. When he was about 7 years old, he came to me saying he wanted to be a quarterback. And I made a little joke. He was in the backyard. I said, like, man, go ahead and go up the steps and hold the ball and do it like this. And, you know, he wasted no time doing it. So, you know, ever since then, you know, he's been working hard, trying to do everything he got to do to take it to the next level.
I want to give everybody a shout out that was there from day one. From Flag, from Pop One, like he said, from his closest friends, from his wide receivers on the other end that made him look good, and he made them look good also. From the Kai Poole, from Amir McFadden, from Jamar, from Cliff, from all the older kids that sat there and showed them, don't make the mistakes we made or follow the way we going in a positive way. So, and he took that under his wing and he embraced it. So I want to shout them people out. And that's really about it. I'm just proud of him and I wish him success on his future, on the next level of playing this game of football.
They pushed me a lot. My dad been coaching me since I was young, pushed me, doing everything he could, become a better player. My mom been pushing me, supporting me ever since day one. So they've been pushing me to my limits. They know what I can do. So that's how they've been pushing me.
These kids, you know, had to avoid these streets. You know, these streets is something dangerous out here, brother. You know, and for kids to walk to school, come home from school, catch the bus, however it is, they gotta walk through the concrete jungle. This is the concrete jungle out here. If anybody don't know, you can Google Albany, New York. You know, and it's tough for these kids, man, because the streets are grabbing. The streets will grab them up at the end of the day. You know, since we've been coaching these kids since they was 4 or 5 years old, man, a lot of them got into a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble, man. Where they doing 20 years to life for murder at the age of 17. So I tried my best to raise my two boys, man, to do what they had to do. But they're gonna bring it all, you know? So it's up for these kids to stay focused, do what they gotta do.
Football, you can teach them a lot, keep them off the streets, teach them some discipline, some hard work, and all that. So, you know, it's hard out here, man.
Yeah, it's a struggle, man. You know, it's a struggle, especially the area we in, man. You know, up here on the bodega corner of Judd, like everybody know about that.
Step. Good.
You know, if he didn't have his brother and his other brothers, Trey, Jamar, X, you know, a lot of them, man. If I left somebody else, I'm sorry, man, but he watched them. He grew up and watched them, man, because he was the youngest of the bunch.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they did some good things, you know what I mean? And they got into some trouble with some things, some of them, you know what I mean? But he made sure he stayed focused at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I did the best I can do to have structure for them since they were home. Keeping them in the right path and continue keeping them in the right path. Everybody know about Second and Judd. This is fucking Beirut, Lebanon. Beirut, Lebanon. This ain't no cake and walk in
Daytime,
the park.
nighttime, it don't matter.
Yeah, daytime, nighttime, it don't matter.
Don't matter, man.
My junior season against Lantenberg, I came in with a sprained ankle, and I threw a game-winning touchdown.
You know what the difference is today compared to back in the day? When I grew up in Jersey, the OGs on the block would wait for our games and come support us. You know what I mean? Come support us. High school basketball, high school football, they was there. They would give the block up for 2 hours just to go ahead and support these kids. Today, these OGs ain't coming to support these kids. They grabbing these kids and letting them know, do this for me. I'm gonna throw you something. That's foul ball, yo. There ain't no support.
I want to make it to the NFL, hopefully, if everything goes right. But if it doesn't happen to be NFL, I just want to have my own business or start my own sports facility or bring it back to the community, do what I can for the community to hold me. Definition of football to me is hard work, blood, sweat, and tears on the practice field, off the field. You gotta be good in the classroom. So whatever you gotta do, whatever it takes to be able to play football.
That shit is 0-0. Now it's time to work. Let's tee up. Let's go.
Family builds friendships, build bonds, bonds with coaches, not just your teammates, but coaches. You bring excitement to a lot of people around the world, even people inside the community that support you. So you don't want to let them down or anything. So.
Just wanted to let everybody know, known this kid since he was 7 years old. Coached him at 7. Okay, this is one focused kid. He's been focused on his craft of being a quarterback since 7 years old. Arguing with me, telling me, Coach Purdy, I'm going to be a quarterback. When I'm joking with him saying, you're not going to be a quarterback. He's arguing back, I'm going to be a quarterback, Coach Purdy, no matter what you say. Focus from then till now. Okay, just want to let everybody know, especially any college that is looking at this. In the form of a student athlete, not only are you getting a great athlete, but most of all, you're getting an even better student. Not only has he been focused in football, he has been focused on his grades since 2nd grade. His GPA stands out and lets everyone know how focused he is. Kai, all I have to say is keep up the good work. The sky's the limits for you, young man.
Progressing, keeps getting better, even from back when he was in Power 1. Personally, he kind of surpassed my expectations, and I think that comes from him working so hard, being dedicated, being focused. Besides his family, football was first. Real proud of him.
Every day from now on till he goes to college is work. It's no days off. It's literally just work. My mom is always on top about school, as long as with my dad too. Always on top. They've been on top of us since we was kids. It's never gonna stop, honestly. So I'm proud of him. He's gonna make his commitment in a few months, and he's gonna do what he gotta do.
Keep training. Keep being focused. Keep always living up to the next level, wanting to play with the next level. I think he's on the right track. He's a grade A student, and he's humble at heart, and that always plays a part.
Just keep doing what he's doing. Keep doing what he's doing. Academically, he's at the top of his class, so I know he definitely will be. Academically, he's gonna be fine when he do whatever he got to do. But when it comes to football, if he just keep continuing pushing on and doing what he got to do, he will definitely got a great chance going to the next level.
When I was staying with Uncle and stuff, man, he was really supportive, you know. I was living in a whole different state, and he let me come and move back with him and Albany, you know. And he was really there, you know. He was in the school with us. He was on the football field with us. He was there with us when we were at home. He made sure he stayed on our backs. Like, he made sure we stayed on track. Mehki, you know, that's been my quarterback ever since Pop Warner. And I really want him to take this to the next level. And I see how he's striving. I see how much he wants it. And he definitely has the talent to do it. So, bro, just keep striving. Trust me. You're really making me so proud, bro. I can't be more happier for you.
He's a great man. He inspired me and motivated me to be a better person than I am today. Yep. I knew since 6th grade, and he's a great football player. Like, he could do what he did at my school, Green Tech. He could go do that at any school. He could do that at any division, any league, like anywhere. And he's really that guy, honestly. He's the best quarterback in the section.
Kai, man, what's up, man? You on your way, boy. You on your way. You almost there, bro. You almost there. You one step, bro. One more step and you good, bro. Been through it all, bro. You and me. When I first met you, man, like you said, I was one ugly dude, man. But, you know, you and me, we locked in for life, dog. I got your back, for real. I love you, man, for real, man. You almost out of here. You got this. Glad I met you, bro. I'm glad I met you. You almost out. Keep doing it. D-Dog out.
Big shout out to my mom for all the support she gave Mehki, man, from Jersey to up here. Big shout out to my mother-in-law, Ma Val. Great support. I appreciate you coming out, watching his games, you know. The whole Kersey gang, Yaya, Naku, his sisters, you know what I'm saying? Just the support was there. My man, my little bro, Rashala, you don't know what words can say to these kids and do to these kids, man. You had them a few years when they was in 6th, 7th grade, I believe, and 8th grade, you know what I mean? Just talking to them in the cafeteria, man, and they run with that to this day. The whole crew runs with that, man. You don't know, but they know. These kids, you know, really realize when someone says something to them and it sticks to them, no matter what it may be, positive or negative. But on your end, it was straight positive, man. And I appreciate you, little bro. You know what I mean? And that's basically about it, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate all y'all. Peace and blessings.
Shout out to all my close friends that have been with me since day one. All the people that supported me and taught me everything I know. My teammates for the past 4 years at Green Tech. All my coaches at Green Tech. My brother, my mom, my dad. Everybody who's been with me since I was a kid, since Pop Warner. Everybody since Pop Warner, all my coaches since Pop Warner, Coach Mick, Coach C, Coach Purdy, Coach Hussein, taught me everything I know. Coach Hussein taught me how to be a quarterback since I was 5 years old. So.
I just want to give some people some shout outs in regards to Mehki Kersey's journey during this game called football. Some friends, you know, that he really worked with from day one from flag football. You know, Colin, Hagan, you know, the older kids, you know, that was up older than him, Quazier, Waterson, you know, Trey. You know, a few of them, that whole clan, you know, Jamar, all of them, that whole clan. You know, and they supported Mehki. Even though he was younger, they supported him. Coaches, you know, Mick Foley, Brother Hussein, Coach C, Brax, Coach James, Soul, Lump. I can't forget one man, Money Mike, Crazy Mike Bland. Big supporter, man. Big shout out to you, Mike. You know what I mean? And I can't forget a coach / teacher that took him under his wing like he was his little brother from day one. And that's Coach Twiggs, Antoine Morrison. He's been in Makai's life since they met, and I believe it was middle school, and always kept him under his wing, to steer him in the right direction. So I gotta give them, big shout outs, man, to make sure y'all made sure he was on the right path of doing what he had to do. Dan Keno, KP, and for the most part, his family, big shout out to his Uncle D. Can't forget him. If I missed y'all, I apologize, man. But this is something that he's gonna be going down the line. This is part of his journey. Since he was touched the football for 4 or 5 years old. And I always said, Makai is something special. Not because he was my son, going through some things at a younger age, when he had asthma, and to this day, I'm surprised that, he made it this far, with his health, as far as that asthma thing is, because it was very close with Makai when he was a baby, so a lot of people don't know that, but I'm letting y'all know and I'm putting it on the table now. It was close for Makai, and he overcame a lot of obstacles, man. He overcame a lot of obstacles, and I gotta give his brother the utmost respect as a big brother. That's what you call brotherly love. He's on his team, he's on his ass every day. Ain't no sleeping, ain't no rest. It's either now or never. So, Makai, just stay humble but hungry, like we always say, and let's see where this is gonna take you. Education is everything, brother, and you got the grades to do it. That's all I'm talking about. Education is everything. Do what you need to do. Stay focused, and stay away from all the BS out here. Don't get caught up with no BS. Real recognize real. Alright? Dion, I can't forget Dion. A lot of people that's in this corner, man. A lot of people in this corner, man. But that high school staff at Green Tech, they did a marvelous job. They overcame a lot of adversity, man. And they hung in there. They had a couple good seasons, man. And I gotta give it to them. Braxton, thank you. You know what I mean? And if I left somebody out on that staff, I apologize, But y'all did a great job, man, and continue paving the way for these kids, man. Just continue. And I appreciate all y'all. Peace and blessings.